Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be giving you a tutorial, guided tutorial of the new Charlotte Tilbury products. And this is the two amazing contouring products and the highlighting products. So let's just get a quick look at the contouring products and then the highlighting. So we've got the Hollywood Contour Wand, and this is an easy contour wand. Comes in two shades, which is fair to medium and then medium to dark. Now you can pick your shade as in, however you wish. Generally speaking, for my skin tone, going up to really medium, good medium skin tones, fair to medium is perfectly fine. Then from sort of more medium tan right through up to deeper skin tones, you've got the medium to the dark. And then you've got the highlighting product, which is the Beauty Light Wand. And this is a universal shade in Spotlight, and it has a mirror reflection shine on it. It is an incredible highlighter because of that mirror shine. It's almost slightly wet looking, which is incredibly beautiful. Now, I love contouring, as you know. Some of my very first videos here on YouTube have been about contouring. So I'm going to do a little contouring video with you and kind of guide you through it, because for me, contouring is about bringing out the bones of the face, but bringing about structure, because our faces aren't all one color. So I want to add a bit more structure. So let's make a start. The first thing I'm going to do is just start to prime it by clicking it and then pushing at the base. This is going to release a little bit of product. I like to then turn it off completely by clicking it the other way. And I just like to put a bit of it onto the back of my hand. Now, generally speaking, when I'm looking at myself here in the mirror, I really want to bring out this area here. I want to make this area here recede to give the illusion that I've got a stronger cheek area here. And again, if you don't have a beard, you could do the jawline. And also, I really like to contour. A lot of people like to contour right here at the temple, but sometimes on some people, this area can already go in slightly. So I like to contour right here above the arches of the eyebrows. Anyway, so I'm going to apply a little stroke and then another one right in this area, and I like to start off subtly and then build. So I'm going to take the Hollywood Complexion brush, and rather than going in this way, I'm actually going to start right here at the end and then work it back, and I'm working it back into the hairline at the top of the ear here. So I'm working it back because I can build this, and the reason for doing this to begin with this way is so that I'm not bringing product too far forward, because a lot of times there's nothing wrong with bringing it forward because you can really chisel out this area here, but it can look quite hard sometimes on certain face shapes. So I'm bringing it back and trying to create the dimension right the way back here. And again, if you want to just build up, because you may want to create a little bit more, I'm just going to reapply in this area here. And again, I'm working backwards for this tutorial and bringing it up past the hairline and into the upper part of the ear. Now, the great thing about this is it doesn't have the standard kind of really grey tone to it. It's a natural looking contour. So you're not going to get any crazy grey stripes on the face or anything like that. And you can blend with your fingers if you want. So I'm going to start to apply a little bit of the contour right here, kind of just above the arches of the eyebrow, and I'm blending it up and out again into the hairline, and I'm moving it up and out so we can create more dimension. So I'm going up, but I'm moving it out to the side slightly, so trying to build a bit of depth here. Then, depending on your forehead, I've got a relatively large forehead, so I'm going to contour just around the outside perimeter. And the goal here for this is not to make me look overly contoured, working it into the hairline. It's to make my face appear that it has dimension, that there's color to it, that there's contour, that maybe I've caught a bit of the sun, that it doesn't look flat and all one color. So next, working out to the nose area, I like to just take the product, run it slightly down the sides of the nose to begin with. Now I'm going to use the flat side of the Hollywood brush, and I'm just going to move the product. Before I do anything else, I'm just moving the product in that downward kind of stroke. Then I'm taking off everything on the back of my hand, And then I'm going to start to feather it ever so slightly, because we don't want to remove the line, but we want to soften it. Also, a really cool thing is when you're contouring your nose, don't forget to go up here into the eyebrow so that this area here connects to the nose. This can open up the eye and give more space, especially when we start to add the highlight shading. Now you can also contour the socket line of your eye as well. And to make this last, you would go over it with a little bit of powder. But we're not trying to create an eyeshadow effect, just dimension to the face. And again, this area here, you're connecting it round to that area we brought up to the brow. So we're just creating that kind of dimension, and again, make sure everything is nicely blended. And if you really want to kind of go for it, we can just add a little touch more just to create that dimension, bring it up. Now for those of you who want a little bit more intense contour, I'm going to bring it down slightly into this area, but I'm using the small end of the Complexion brush, and I'm not really adding any product to it, I'm just taking off, and I'm just going to follow that natural curve, and then I'm going to smooth it out. And again, if you don't have a beard, you can contour all the way along the jawline here, and then just remember to come down in downward strokes so that you're blending everything, so that the colour is starting to blend down into the neck, so you've got this uniform colour. So next we're going to add some highlights. So we're going to add the spotlight, which is the beauty wand, and again I'm going to turn it on, push up onto the product, and then lock it back in. So I like to use this subtly to begin with because it is a mirror shine. So the first area obviously is going to be just in the center of the nose. I'm also going to do the brow bone. I'm going to do the corners of the eyes, but in a minute. I'm actually going to highlight the center of the forehead on this because I've contoured this area. I don't want to add light to that. So I'm just going to add a stripe right the way down here. And then I'm going to highlight the upper part of the cheekbone on both sides, and also just a tiny bit going in, so it's going to start to move into that brow bone. Again, take the small end of the Complexion brush, and I'm just going to start to blend that out. And the best thing about this product in its creamy format is that if you decide to set the face with powder, it doesn't take away that shine, which is pretty good. Again, I'm patting this area because I don't want to remove it. I want it to stay in this kind of area. So I'm patting it to press it into the skin without trying to wipe it away. When I'm doing the contour here, same motion. I'm patting it into this area, diffusing it, but not wiping it away. And the same thing on the other side. Now I'm just going to blend that in with my finger on the nose. Now I really hope that you can see the highlighted areas here and how they kind of move around. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to apply this to the very inner corners here of the eye, right here in that inner corner. And you can also, and this just kind of pulls the eyes apart, as you'll almost certainly know, but I'm also going to just start to feather it just slightly up right here. And this is going to further give the illusion that the eyes are a little bit wider. And I'm just going to smooth that in with my finger, and I'm bleeding it into nothing. So you've got all of the face pretty much sorted. So now I want to put a little bit of powder on to set everything. So I'm going to use the Airbrush, the Flawless Finish powder in shade 2. And I'm going to start to powder the sides of the nose and underneath the eye. So right here. I'm also going to powder this kind of section here and the nose area. Even though we've got that highlight there, it's not going to disturb it. And I'm just going to very lightly powder this center part as well. Now I'm going to take a slightly lighter powder. So I'm actually taking shade 1 and I'm going to go right here, just underneath that contour color with a slightly lighter shade, just to make it pop, the cheekbone area pop a little bit more. Now we're going to put some cheek color on the face. So I'm going to add a little touch of Beach Stick, and I like to apply this for myself a little bit higher because I want this blusher to blend in to the highlight color. And I'm going to use my finger to begin with. And then I'm going to take the Complexion brush and just move it around in this style to blend it in. And there you go, that's it. Very, very simple, very, very easy to do. And because the colors blend into the skin beautifully, you don't have to worry about there being left with stripes or dirty looking marks, because it absolutely won't do that. And these can be used as a liquid bronzer as well, depending on your preference and how far you want to take it. But as you can see the way the light is bouncing on the face. The spotlight for the highlighter is just truly incredible. But that the face can still look natural, but chiseled and dimensional all at the same time, without it being that overbearing, sharp contour look that oftentimes we can see on social media. This is about natural, beautiful contouring that you can blend in and looks nice in all lights, which is wonderful. So there you go. All the information and links are all down there in the description bar. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've tried these products, let me know in the comment section. Absolutely fantastic, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.